Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Shop Culture. I am your producer, Nick Jones. The guys are getting everything situated with making sure everyone is able to view the show tonight by sharing the content via their respective pages. So if you could just give them, it looks like Doc's done. B, you good? Okay, he's still doing his thing. So yeah, just give us like another minute or so. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let me know if you're ready, because I could just throw your faders up and you can start.
Mic's live.
Are you good, Doc? I'll just your mic's on. Go ahead.
So, what I was trying to.
What? Are you good, Doc? I'll just
Can you turn it off just for a second?
I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and launch the.
It's gonna take some time to do it. So,
Yeah.
So there you go. That's what I keep on. So when you do it like that, you got to go on top of the post and put it like that.
We are here. We are here. I had to give me something to drink. Go ahead and get this off of here. Dom, what's going on, bro? What's going on? You guys are on.
What is up out there? What's up, y'all? How you guys doing? Welcome to another edition. You guys know what it is. Shop Culture. We here.
In the house.
We are here. Man, it's been a weekend. I'm joined once again. You know that is the Doc.
What's up, people? How y'all doing? Hopefully we got a good one. We want to hear your input. This is a interactive podcast, so let's hear what you think.
Absolutely. And then make sure when you guys are tuning in, you guys say what's up. You see how we're living, how we doing, and we're good. So then we got the producer extraordinaire, Nick Jones.
What's good?
And I am Barry Cross. This is Shop Culture. Man, the weekend was popping, man. I got a chance to go see, man, one of the OGs in the game, Cube concert. Shout out to my guy, Big Mike T, for always hooking this boy up. You hook up with Mike Torrey, he'll give you those front row seats.
I gotta hit Mike up.
Man, Mike is blowing up. Any concert, you got to hit up Big Mike. Big Mike is that guy. So make sure y'all hit him up and get on it, man. What's up, Chris? How you living, brother? Man, me and Chris, man, we about to go see this Creed, man. I'm looking forward to that, man. I've been hearing nothing but
that movie was excellent.
You seen it?
Excellent from top to bottom. Excellent.
I am looking forward to that. They're already making.
I'm writing a review on that. It's been a minute since I've done one of my film reviews, but I'm definitely putting out a review on that one. It is a must see. Michael B. Jordan did his thing with the directing, with just everything about it. So
I can't wait to
definitely
see that.
go in there and check that out.
So we definitely, I'm looking forward to that. How was your weekend, bro? Talk to me.
It was good. I had a really good weekend. We went out to Nate Jackson's comedy club, seeing Jess Hilarious, and she is hilarious.
Okay.
She put it down. It was a good show. It was a packed house, sold out.
I like her skits and stuff. She's funny.
We had a wonderful time. She is funny.
Did Nate open up?
No,
Oh,
Nate
man.
opened up.
Nate is hilarious.
He wasn't even there that night. I didn't see him in the house that night.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's funny.
I like Nate.
Yeah.
Nate, we're going to have to get Nate on. Nate.
Right.
Man, that guy.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes, we got to get Nate. What's up, Myron? How you living, brother? Man, so, yeah, it was, man, a good, solid weekend. A lot going on in the town. Town is starting to get active again.
Spring's almost here.
Town is starting to get active
it's the
again.
pre-funk for spring.
We're springing forward this weekend.
Oh,
so
my
that means
goodness.
long days. Sunshine's coming. And areas in Southern
Are we going on the
California.
boat?
Yeah, we're going on the boat. Let's do it.
Doc
Boat's ready.
Doc got the boat.
Southern California is experiencing 8 feet of snow right outside of Los Angeles.
I heard that.
Outside of Los
That's
Angeles.
crazy.
Yeah,
People
back
are
home in
coming
San
with
Bernardino, it is snowing. It's
8
rare, but it happens.
feet of snow.
Big Bear is like right there, and it always snows up there.
They ain't ready.
So,
Either you get snow,
but
you
yeah,
you get fire.
California ain't built for that snow.
nah.
They call it California Babylon.
Okay.
Yeah, only the strong survive.
Yeah, they be on that.
What's up, people?
Myron, man, you had breakfast, bro. I already told you, just bring it. Yes, you know I wanted breakfast. Myron, if you guys don't know, Myron cooks. Check out his wings. Myron's got one of the best wings in the game. I have to give him that.
Do you cook?
Sometimes it just
Do
depends.
you cook?
I get down when I cook.
Oh, okay.
But
When last
I
time
like
you
to eat
cooked?
out. I just actually cooked a couple of days. Actually, we had pork chops. We had pork
I
chops.
did some pork chops.
I did some pork chops. What did I do? Broccoli. Like a nice little like this Asian rice thing. It was bomb.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. That
sound dang.
Yeah. I got the little air fryer. So man, that air fryer, man. That's the one right there.
I got mixed reviews on that air fryer.
How you got mixed reviews on that?
One.
I don't know which one, but
I got the Ninja.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you got that one.
I've
The
had
Ninja.
nothing good come out of air fryer but fries.
No, man, Doc. Now what are you talking? See,
That's me. That's just me. I mean,
Doc. See, Doc.
I've had several air fryer fails, so I let it go.
Shit that comes out of an air fryer.
I'm old school. Cast iron, vegetable oil.
He's a vegetable.
I can do campfire too.
Super pro status.
Yeah.
Hey, Myron said you don't want to give it to him. Yeah, those air fryers are.
Oh man, I got rid of that a long time ago.
Yeah, I had somebody, and she got down on that. That's how I got on the air fryer. I was like, okay, she's like, I'm gonna show you what this air fryer does. I'm like, oh shoot, man.
I need to put some deep fryer outside. Smell
Lord.
some fish grease.
Oh Lord,
man,
damn,
come
dog.
on.
You about to, man.
Some crackling grease.
So
splatter.
you do that. You gotta stay in the gym.
Oh, I do.
Well, yeah,
On a regular basis.
you do, but
We use grease. Tell them.
So yeah, we got a good topic. We actually got a few good topics. First one we got to get on real quickly is what happened in the NBA. What's going on with an upcoming superstar, 23 years old, Ja Morant.
And I
complete idiot.
And I wouldn't say complete idiot.
I would.
Nick Jones.
He's a young man. He's 23 years old. He's doing what 23-year-olds do.
I don't know. Wait, time out.
We are holding him accountable for his dumbass actions. That is no longer excusable.
We're gonna dig into that.
It's no longer excusable.
Hold on. So let me start with Nick.
With the opportunity that he's been afforded with him, and not taking away from his talent, going off of what you said, right? He's an extremely talented cat.
Right.
He's doing his thing in the NBA. Well, was doing his thing in the NBA, right? Until he went and did what he did, and it's just like at some point we gotta leave the streets. We gotta leave the streets where they at. And to my knowledge, he's not even like from that side of the fence like that.
Right.
He was just
But
on some bullshit,
he needs to,
which costed him his career. Well, not career, but cost him in the now.
It's cost him probably about $250 million.
Yeah, it's costing.
Yeah, he got a
advertisement,
a serious slap on the hand. Ben, I think
it's more than a slap on the hand.
A lot of these,
no, right now. Well, for right now,
but we're gonna dig into that though. But I wanted to say a lot of these younger NBA players should, or a lot of these older NBA players should look at the young and upcoming dudes and mentor them. Give them some game. Like LeBron James.
Hold on, they are giving them game.
I was about to say, Doc. I know these coaches and the
organization. Shannon Sharp has been trying to give him game. Charles Barkley's been trying to talk to. All these cats have been calling him out and talking about.
But look at Charles Barkley. They're calling him out.
No, they were trying to. Even Stephen A. was really like, "Hey, bro, this should be a wake up call."
But that's what they did on air. I mean, are they meeting with this brother for coffee? Are they spending quality time and giving him some real game in real time?
But that brother's got to do that.
Hold on, because if they were, I mean, look at LeBron James. You don't see nothing about his personal life on what he's doing on his off time on Instagram.
Because he's a responsible human being.
Yeah, but
that's what he needs.
But he's also older though. He's actually almost 40 years old.
But he came in the league when he was 17.
Okay, but not all cats are like LeBron.
Well, I was going to say that too.
I get so tired of brothers. Like,
okay,
we always try to. Okay, everybody's different. Like how they handle
James. But my point is, brothers like LeBron James need to give these young dudes coming up some wisdom.
And you got to be open to hear the wisdom too. You can't be closed-minded or don't have time to hear.
If LeBron James came to Ja Morant, he's gonna sit there and listen.
I don't. Come on, dog. That's hypothetical.
Okay, now let's go into what he did. In case you guys don't know, let's go into what the brother actually did.
It's not what he did. He did like several different things, though.
Well, let's go into that real quick.
Let's go into the main. What's the biggest, latest?
He had a gun on Instagram, but he actually took the gun on the team charter airplane.
How do you know? It sounds like. Did he or did he not? Did he or did he not?
Doc. So you gonna tell me he bought a gun?
On top of that, didn't he assault a 17-year-old too?
I mean, all those were alleged, but yes, that's what came out. That's what came out.
Isn't that what?
Then you had an issue with the security guard, in the mall. Then you had previous issues. So these are reoccurring issues. Let's be honest about it.
That's all I'm saying.
Now that is he has two parents, so it's almost like the roles are reversed because the dad be kicking it. Dad be in Memphis, he'd be at the games, so it seemed like since Ja is the breadwinner, that he's not listening to anybody or nobody's really giving him the guidance, or he's not hearing. what is being told to him.
Oh, but
said.
he's had guidance, and I've followed John Moran for years. His dad has been training him for years in the backyard, jumping tractor
outstanding.
tiles,
Yeah, he's outstanding.
scrimmage games. His dad has been putting.
Do you think it's the
being
same
a
thing
civil
going on
citizen,
right now, though?
Being
No,
a civil
it's
citizen,
not.
though, on and off the court, is his dad training him on and off the court?
But hold on,
as to how to conduct himself?
and is
Doesn't
he
look
still
like it.
doing the same thing that he did before? It looked like the roles have reversed because you look at the games. John Moran, he's up there taking selfies. T. Moran is taking selfies and all those things.
Right.
Which is, hey, more power to you.
Because he's out there kicking it with Drake and Ludacris and all these dudes in the celebrity sitting
there's still some
courtside.
parenting that needs to be happening.
John Moran is a grown ass man.
So wait, you stopped being.
But
a
he was
parent?
just 23 years
Yeah,
old. He was just
so
23,
you stopped being a parent,
right?
And that's what I'm saying. He makes his own decisions.
It's either he's grown or we
But then
baby
you just
him.
said you wanted the older basketball players to give this guidance to do this, but then you're saying
He's either a grown man or we hold his hand through the bullshit that he's bringing about himself. Which one we doing, Doc? Which one we doing?
Y'all got it twisted. This is what we're doing. He's a grown-ass man. His dad should instill right from wrong, good from bad, bad from foul in him at a very young age. He's going to make his own decisions. However, he still needs mentorship and leadership from his older brothers that see that he has a promising future and tell him, don't fuck it up, bro.
I don't know.
This is what to and not to do.
I think he has had that. I think he's had a lot of that. I think at some time, though.
But he's 23.
He's 23 years old. And sometimes it's a company you keep, and you have to actually do some reflection, like we've always talked about. Nobody up here can say that they didn't make bad decisions in their 20s. We all have. Everybody watching, we all made bad decisions. But it's what you do when you make these bad decisions is the important factor, right? Afterwards, what's the aftermath? Did you learn from that? Are you willing to change? Are you willing to, hey, okay, yes, these are my boys. I love them to death. But where I'm going, they can't come.
Let me read this comment real quick. And I'm guessing they're addressing you, Doc. You tried to school me, and I still saw the penitentiary twice.
Oh.
So I think what I take from that comment, and we appreciate you tuning
nephew,
in.
Dante.
Okay.
What's up, Dante?
What's going on, bro? So point right there. Point taken. Like you can tell somebody 7 ways from Sunday,
but
what
he's
they
gonna
should
make
do.
His own decisions.
Right.
Just like I said.
So it seems like he went and made the wrong decisions, and now he is where he's at.
But he said even with mentorship and all those type of things, bad decisions, whatnot, are going to be made. But again,
what's up, Dante? Okay, but then the knowledge that I instilled in you, Dante, is paying off for you now. I mean, you took some hard knocks, you bounced back, you're a homeowner, you're employed, you got a good trade. Hey.
But did it take? It took some time.
It took some time,
and it took some age,
time, reflection, age. Like
yes,
dude's 23.
So,
okay, so let's drill down onto what got him suspended for these 50 games or whatever.
Absolutely, he should have been suspended. I don't have
okay,
no
what did he do? Was it the Instagram post that?
It wasn't though. We keep on saying that before. He's had several instances.
Okay, but why did they pull the trigger now? And what were the allegations that caused him to render this suspension?
Because you have a
I thought y'all just said it was a
accumulation of things with guns, though.
Okay, but they didn't accumulation of things not with guns. You don't see this dude all around town with guns all the time.
Oh, we did this time.
Yeah,
we did this time though.
Like this. Okay, now let's look into this.
On top of the alleged assault.
Yes, the 17-year-old that had a gun in his waist. He had a gun in his waistband with the 17-year-old.
Did this happen the same night?
No, it happened before that.
Okay, but he didn't get suspended before that. So all that's out the window. What did he get suspended for?
We just said
Instagram post showing a gun.
What does the comment say, Doc?
I don't help
players. Plus, they had. Hold on, I'm my mic.
You can't bring guns on a charter flight.
So they had a players meeting the same day, apparently, when he was over here fucking up.
Steven Adams.
Before or after?
Steven Adams
it says the same day.
Before or after?
It's before. They were talking about going out, being responsible, because I don't know if you watched Memphis play. They struggle on the road.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not a good road team.
Right.
Right? And that's what Steven Adams, who's a veteran, who you said mentor, that he was trying to mentor, he was trying to tell him, hey, on the road, maybe we got to slow it down. Maybe we can't do certain things. and it didn't help because later on that night, apparently he was at the strip club. Apparently, a gun was brandished at the strip club, and then later that night, the IG post comes out, him with the gun.
Okay, now let's get into the legalities of that.
I'm not.
Let's get to the legalities. Of that.
I don't see where that's. He's suspended and deservingly.
Okay.
So.
About 2 more minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see.
Colorado is an open carry state. Okay. Unless you are on federal property or under the influence or consuming alcohol.
You have to have a license.
No, you don't.
You don't have to have a license?
No, not to open carry. You do not. Colorado's open carry. You have to have a license to conceal it. He was brandishing it. Colorado's open carry state. He wasn't on federal property. He wasn't under the influence or consuming alcohol as it appeared on the video. People around him were drinking, but he was not. Yeah.
So with everything that you're saying or what's being said, Facebook user says it's the code of conduct
that all NBA players sign,
and it's a bad look for the league and the organization. Period. You are the star of the show, the league, and you just don't do stupid shit like that.
I totally agree.
So then that's where everything went sideways for him. He went against code of conduct.
Yeah, and
is this written in his contract? That, he can do
code of conduct, Doc. It has to be in the contract.
You have a code of conduct where you work,
right?
Yeah, it's a code of conduct.
Then what's the if you?
My code of conduct says I can't bring a weapon to work. He wasn't at work. He was on his personal time. Colorado's an open carry state.
So how did he get the gun?
He wasn't on federal property, and he wasn't.
So he bought the gun
under
in Denver?
The influence of. He could have had one of his boys in Denver. It may not have even been his gun.
Hey, I listen. He's suspended. He's not objecting.
He was the one caught with it.
He's all right with it. He said he's taking some time away in order to get better and to heal and to do all those type of things. So if he's all right with that, I think it's a good thing.
I wouldn't say he's all right with it.
Well,
he's got to do damage control for what his publicist told him to do publicly.
Yeah.
And furthermore, NBA rules say you cannot carry or brandish a firearm while on team property or traveling on team business.
Okay. So they were just on the charter plane, which is alleged that's
alleged.
Possibly.
It was alleged.
But
you don't even know that
Memphis,
it was his gun.
The team suspended him before even the NBA did. So obviously I think the team would have some insight that we don't have that something was going on.
It's a bad image.
Okay.
On their
I think
brand.
it's more to it than that. I think that he has issues with these guns. And I think it's whatever is happening now, it's a good thing. Let him go. And like we are saying, it's some maturity that needs to happen.
Absolutely.
It's maybe time away from something that you love. That's something that has made you a lot of money. That's helped you with generational wealth. Maybe if you have that taken away, you start realizing some things.
Right.
And absolutely. I think that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
So I'm not going to argue about him being suspended and all those because he wasn't getting it beforehand. Now he's probably going to get it.
Right.
And I hope he does because he seemed like a good young brother that's extremely talented. And this should be a wake-up call. And not only a wake-up call for him, but for a lot of young brothers, man.
It better be a wake-up call.
We can't always make excuses about bad behavior. Sometimes we have to be honest and and look at the mirror and be like, yes, it's time to be accountable. We know better, so let's do better.
Right.
I'm not hit you with the butt.
But he didn't break any laws.
I mean that. Okay.
He did in the NBA. Code of conduct, their laws.
And what do you guys think? What you guys out there are saying?
Code of conduct says you can't carry a weapon. I already said what the NBA rules are. Code of conduct. What's wrong with open carrying in an open carry state?
Do you think he's mature enough to open like what you're saying, open carry? You think he's mature enough right now that we have seen with the past behavior that you think that's a smart idea where you can have all this money you can hire security. So this makes sense to you from the liability standpoint. This makes sense to you.
He didn't shoot nobody.
Okay, but it makes sense to you.
He didn't pistol whip nobody.
Doc, wasn't you just talking about Tacoma and how
he didn't-
and crazy that was?
He didn't Ray Rice nobody.
Okay.
We've had situations with brothers with guns that have made bad decisions. I mean, from Plexico Burrs. You remember that? He shot himself in the foot. I mean, we've had people that had young brothers that made bad decisions. They talk about it. They talk about it. From Antoine Walker. Man, all these brothers that had a lot going. Now, hopefully, he's young enough where he should rebound from it, but he's not going to rebound for about $200 million that's lost.
Yeah.
Let me read this comment real quick. Kenneth says he needs to make better decisions while he is a professional athlete. Young youth are watching your conduct. Not a good look, especially with young black men. This comment says it don't matter what's in the contract. When you're a star and in the public eye, you have to hold yourself to a higher standard.
Yes.
The NBA is a private enterprise, just like the NFL, MLB, et cetera, et cetera. You don't hear LeBron James doing that. Why? Because you are an influence in the public eye, and he is aware of that. Don't make excuses for him. And that's from our guy, Corey Phillips was popping, my guy.
He's saying,
appreciate you for tuning in.
What's up, Corey?
that was a valid input. Valid input.
And I agree with that. And I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just saying.
Well, you're kind of saying what's
illegal,
what's illegal, and
what's legal, and what's not, and what the NBA rules say.
Well, obviously that's what we're saying. It must have said something because both the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA
and Memphis,
the third highest gun-related city.
You better not be doing no fuck shit, man.
Incidents. Gun-related incidents is third in the country. Memphis is third in the country.
He was in Colorado.
I'm just saying, but
still not a good look for Memphis.
Memphis, though,
the organization,
right, okay.
It doesn't look good on the brand, on the Memphis,
whole
shit.
Brand, it's not a good look.
The NBA brand, it's not a good look for their players to be out there brandishing weapons at the strip club. Granted,
we can do better.
I think the punishment was a little harsh, though.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It was a little harsh.
No, not. And that's another thing. I'd rather this punishment be like this instead of him getting in some serious trouble with the gun from something that he can't rebound from, like he goes to prison. Those are things that I could see happening, and it sound like it was headed down to that direction.
Know how quick they are to throw him in jail.
And a 17-year-old, and you got to have a gun out for a 17-year-old that is at your house. I don't know. It's bad. It's something that's missing there.
Yeah, that's
extreme.
That's the loss of control, because you should surround yourself by people that are willing to take that hit for you. If you have a problem with somebody, you hand it to your boy and say, "Man, go pistol whip that nigga." Or you just hand it to him, and he knows what to do.
Or how about this? I don't have to do that. How about we don't have to do that? Well, maybe I just hold myself to a different standard at that particular time, and I kind of change environment. You got generational wealth. Why play with generational wealth?
But if someone violates and disrespects your space,
there's ways to go about rectifying that.
Right. You get your henchmen to handle that.
Not with no okay. All right.
And this is the issue we have in our community.
This is why we don't progress.
No, we don't walk away.
It's part of the reason why. It's part of the reason why we don't progress.
Away from anything, though. Why? I mean, I guess you
don't have to necessarily walk away, but there's ways to handle stuff like that.
Handling things without escalating to a point.
I can't even talk. There's ways to handle shit.
Why are you going to run? Why
you don't get your hands dirty? You get your henchmen to do that shit, and you think that hasn't been going on for generations?
But even that,
generational wealth has been created by people not getting their hands dirty and have henchmen that are willing to take that hit and do a 3 or 5 year stint for them because they know when they come out, they're going to be good.
But we're talking about a 17-year-old. I mean, I just don't think that it needs to be that extreme.
It sounds like we're
it doesn't matter. You got 12-year-old men walking around Memphis and Chicago, 12-year-old men packing MAC-10s and Uzis and destroying, taking lives.
Yeah, but I don't think that nobody was going to take Jaws.
I think that's conflating. I don't think you can compare that.
I think that's a totally different.
You don't know what the situation was with this 17-year-old. It could have been a threat to his physical security. You
read the report. You read the reports and all this stuff, right? To a degree,
There's been so many. I've read some of them. Yeah,
I don't know, but even still, yeah, you have a security team. I don't know about henchmen. You have a security team. Okay, well, henchmen are okay. I don't think that is. I don't think this is the same, but all right.
Oh my goodness.
We'll agree to disagree.
Yeah.
You get your security detail to handle that.
Exactly.
Your security detail is supposed to be there to act as a catalyst to even prevent that from popping off in the first place.
Exactly.
Where any type of weapon is being brandished in the first place.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, henchman is going to do like what you just
That's
said.
the henchman.
Bop the
That's
nigga
your
over the
security
head.
dude.
But that's not.
And if you have a good security team, none of that's even going to get to you.
Oh my goodness. Well,
I mean, I could go back way back in history.
Andre said Moran is wrong for I
Yeah,
can't
he
see that
is.
brandishing.
He
But a black man with a gun isn't a crime. I don't think anybody here is saying that. At least
we
I'm
know
not.
how bad of a look that is,
Yes.
though.
But
Especially him
it is
being in
bad.
this position.
it is seem like it's not good for him
We
in
gotta
particular
we
to
gotta
have a
speak out
gun.
on that. We have to speak out
Yes.
on that.
I don't think that is a good look for the league.
I mean, and you brought up earlier, Charles Barkley retired. In Charles Barkley's career, Charles Barkley was abusing his wife, and then was going on the air saying, "Kids, don't look up to me. I am not a role model."
Okay, but again, he's in a different space now. He's
in a
55 years
different
old.
space
So
now.
I don't think we can say we all had things in our past, but it's where we get to, and I think that's somebody you should listen to because he's going to tell you, "Hey, I made some mistakes.
Right.
This is what I learned, and when you learn, this is where I'm at now." Charles Barkley has an excellent post-playing career.
Right.
Okay, so he's like $20 million a year.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's a bad thing.
Right. It's not a bad thing, but when he did this in his NBA time, he didn't get any suspension this time, and he was beating his wife.
Okay, but come on, dog. We do not know.
The way he said it,
yeah,
he's beating the
we
shit
don't
out
know
of
if
his
he was
wife.
doing that.
And
I don't know.
And
let's be careful about
Charles
that.
Barkley came out publicly and said, "I am not a role model.
Okay.
Kids, don't look up to me because I'm doing some fugazi shit."
The whole comment was a little different.
I see where you're at, but we're talking different eras, different time frames.
Okay.
So yeah, to put a bow on it because we
Charles
definitely got to
Barkley
get to the next topic.
Charles Barkley was also saying, "Look up to your parents. Don't look up to me over your parents."
Okay,
he was saying a lot
because whatever he was saying, let's get that straight too.
Yeah,
we don't want to misconstrue that, but to put a bow on it, he put himself in a crazy position to where now he's ultimately reaping what he sowed. He's suffering the consequences, and hopefully he takes this time to do some self-evaluation, self-inventory, whatever you want to call it, and learn to be better so that he can get back on the court and do what we
all watch him always and all enjoy him doing. He is a superstar player
and super talented.
And let's just pray for him.
But he's definitely that was a dumbass move on moves plural on his part. So
it was.
We ain't gonna stray away from
But
that.
again, mistakes at 23 is a lot different than mistakes at 50. So
yeah, we already went through them. Rachel says, I do think it's the level of coverage it got compared to what it is that is problematic. But maybe they are trying to look out for him before it gets bad. Yeah. That's why it sounds like that's why they got him up out of there.
And it sounds like the NBA is being a little bit proactive too in terms of some of this. So yeah, that's an investment for the NBA. It's an investment for Memphis Grizzlies. He's about to get a maximum deal next year. So yes, it is an investment for them.
Right.
So they are looking out for their investment. So
all right.
Hopefully, like I said, he has his parents and the people that are really in his corner will actually use this time and to influence him to make better decisions.
Absolutely.
To help make better decisions. And he has a daughter, for God's goodness sake.
He's definitely a grown man. Like, come on, bro.
But I think that yes. So let's just pray for him. So
right, absolutely. And on a positive note, I'm representing my Hawks tonight. Gino got his contract.
Good deal, team friendly deal. So hey man, we'll see what happens next year.
Team friendly. He's got a lot of time in the NBA.
He's got NFL,
yeah.
NFL.
I was
about to say Gino leaving us going down to Portland.
NFL, my bad.
Yeah,
and he got it's a good 3-year contract.
Mm-hmm.
It gives him time to shine for another year and to mentor someone coming up behind him for the couple years after that. But he got enough money to live the rest of his life on.
Yeah, the Hawks are going to be in an excellent position moving forward
with the top draft picks.
Yes, yeah. So we got 2 first round picks. So yes, let's get on to that. We got to get on.
All right, we got to get on to the next topic. The topic at hand: women's history. It is national or international. It's Women's History Month, and we at Shopkulture we want to honor that. And so the topic is pretty much giving thanks, giving flowers to the women in your families, circles, whatever have you, that has helped shape, mold you into the men you are today. How have they held you down? How have they, I don't want to say pedestal, but how have they propped you up into greatness? If that is going on in your circle.
Yeah.
I'm all over the place right now. Let me.
You eating that good?
I'm over here trying to eat.
He over here chomping. I'm mad as
y'all know what I'm trying
hungry.
to say.
I'm looking over here at this food. I think this is a really touching topic. As somebody who lost their mother, I lost my mother in August, and man, the heaviness that goes on when you lose your mother, I just think it's just unexplainable. It's just, man, you don't realize sometimes the impact that your parents, but specifically your mother has, especially as men, I think, until they're gone. And there's not a day goes by I don't hear her voice and hear what she is telling me, and just the wisdom, the love, the care. I think my mother, the biggest thing was taught me about was empathy, man, and I think that she was so strong in showing that. And man, yeah, greatness. She was great. She was great. How about you, Doc?
I would say that my mother also had a great impact on the man that I am today. My mom grew up old school from Missouri, never lost her Southern roots, Southern values. She made sure that I had respect and admiration for women. She made sure that I knew how to take care of myself, how to take care of a woman, and a woman's role and my role in life. When I was younger, interracial things and relationships weren't as big in the 70s, 60s, and 70s. My mom was old school. Even up here.
Okay.
And my mom had a term. She would say, if she can't use your comb, don't bring her home.
So, I have the times changed.
Right. Things have changed. I mean,
now, hey, they don't have to use a comb, but they're coming home.
But by default,
wow.
By default, I've always loved my black women.
Boy, I thought you was about to say something else now. Wait,
hold on. Where's this going? Wait.
I'm saying I've always loved my white women. I thought he was about to say that.
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, just by default, looking at my mom, looking at my sister. My sister Tina has also had a great impact on the man I am today, because she would tell me what she wanted, what she saw, what she appreciated in a good man, what a good man has to offer, how he treats his woman. And the biggest part of that was listening, being consistent, and being attentive, and also empathetic. And
empathy, man.
I spoke a lot on empathy, and I only brought up one side of it as being a giver, but there's other sides of empathy and being able to empathize with someone with what they're going through and their situation. Because when I see someone that's going through a bad situation, I feel some type of way about that.
You learned that from your mother, though. That's what I was saying. That's the number one thing.
I got that from.
I've learned that from my mother.
From my mother.
And then she was so socially conscious about what was going on, and so she was able to teach me those type of things from politics. I mean, she had a profound impact on me when it comes to just looking at certain things, and then just teaching. My mother was a teacher, and those moments growing up. I mean, remember my mother was the one who taught me how to read. I had to read the Bible.
Yeah.
Well, I had to go through books of the Bible, and then I would have to write a report. And during that time, I didn't appreciate that, right, until now.
Right.
Because education was very important to her. I remember when I was done with high school, and I was getting accepted to colleges. I told her, I don't think I'm going to go to college, and that they weren't having that.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter, because at that time I was getting into real estate. I was like, okay, I'm gonna flip homes. I think that's gonna be it. And I was telling her about how Bill Gates and all these great,
right,
these great businessmen, they didn't go to college. Why do I? She's like, you're black. You're black male. In this house, we go to college. We go to school.
Right.
And that was important. Education was a foundation, and it meant something. It meant something in my household. And so I think the proudest thing is like when I finished my MBA and just seeing how proud like they were of that accomplishment. I can honestly say me and my sister are both college, college grads, and so.
Go
ahead.
As black men, right? What do you guys do to show your appreciation for the women in your circle, your family? That can go beyond family. That can go, associates, business partners, things of that, or just women in general. What do you?
Well, I think like for me, I have a son's mother who's an outstanding mother, man.
Okay.
And so I appreciate it. I appreciate the foundation that she's helping lay with our son, and that means something to me, and it means a great deal. And there's other women that have really, like, even during certain times in my life, man, they've been my sounding board, and it's really been like a foundational piece to understanding life. Having a great woman friend, is man, don't you think? It's like
absolutely.
That. Not somebody you mess with somebody that's just.
I was about to say we got to clarify,
right.
please.
No, I'm talking about
platonic
friendship,
female friend. Yes,
because you will learn so much about women.
Oh, absolutely.
Like dads give you, I always say, dads give us the game.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Dads give us the game, but women and mothers give us the insight.
Right.
So
that's the difference.
Same question, throwing it to you, Doc.
What was the question again?
What do you do, or what do you do to show appreciation to the women in your circle, your village, so to speak?
Number one, I treat all women with the utmost respect. I have a daughter, all the way coming up. She's a beautiful daughter. She has two beautiful kids that are very respectful and behaved. And it's not what you say to them, but it's what you do. Because since her childhood, she's watched how I move, how I treat women, the high standard. So she set a standard to not accept anything less.
Because you showed her that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And she's a strong young woman who works hard and is not going to let anyone tell her she's anything different, and is not going to let anything get in the way of anything that she does. And she puts her kids first and foremost. And I love that. I'll support her any way that I can. She's always been a hard worker, and I'm in a support system for her, and I always will be.
How about somebody outside the household? For me, is Michelle Obama. Her strength. Michelle Obama, to me, is a figure of strength. When I look at her, to me, I just have such an appreciation for her role in her family and her support of her husband, and vice versa.
Absolutely.
I think that's a strength.
The first African American first lady.
Yeah, but her strength is just intoxicating, though.
Her strength, her intelligence, her class,
and her motherhood.
That was my next word coming out of my mouth. And her motherhood, and she's raising two very strong daughters. Yes,
and you hear nothing but praise. I mean, just how you watch her and how she just treats people.
Right.
Man, to be under that type of scrutiny, and how she was so disrespected by people. You know, some people were saying she was a transvestite, talking about her looks, and which I never understood because she's beautiful.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, she's a beautiful woman, naturally just beautiful.
What can we do as men in general to, I guess, overall be better individuals, be better support systems, men for our women? What can we do to be better, to, you know, further that appreciation, that love, that support, care, protection, and providing? I was about to say providement, but that's not a word.
But you have a great point there. I think communication is something as men, I think sometimes we lack. Um, we don't necessarily are actively listeners sometimes. I think we need to learn. I mean, I'm just maybe speak for myself.
No,
I need to learn.
I'm right there with you.
I need to learn how to be a better listener.
Yep.
I think listening is such a key in effective communication. In fact, in almost every book I read, they talk about the most essential step is listening. It's actively listening.
Right.
Not with the answer already, I'm ready to respond, but actually hearing what she is saying
And processing.
And taking the time to process. And then tell her what I think about that. So actively listening, I think, is something.
Actively listening is a good one, and that's a good part of my answer to that, is being a strong, productive, and a proactive leader. Now, don't misunderstand when I say leader, because a leader is not a boss.
Right.
A leader is one who can spot strengths and weaknesses in himself and in his woman, and elevate her in her strengths, support her in her strengths, elevate her weaknesses as she's going to elevate yours. If there's a strong point that your woman has a talent in, that a stronger point than yourself, a leader will encourage her to take the forefront, to take the lead, and fully support her in that. Trust in her judgment and empower her to be the woman that she is.
Good shit. Good shit.
I think that empowering aspect of it is really strong. Man, that's actually, can you go back to that one? He said
A leader is a teacher and a guide.
I would say more so on the guide, because I think the guiding part is
Right.
is essential. And
you guide, you support, and you elevate. Women mature at a faster rate than men, and a lot of women, a lot of people ask the question of why do men go for younger women? Well, maybe if a woman is 15 years younger than you, she may be at the same maturity rate as you reach your 40s and 50s.
And I always say, I think when men after the age of 45, the maturity usually, I think, is really, you start noticeable. It's noticeable.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I think as men, when we reach that age, is even like myself, is you start, I almost say the world and everything around it starts slowing down, and you start understanding or trying to understand things that usually you wouldn't even try to. I think I find myself trying to understand things that I really challenge myself that I might fundamentally disagree with.
That's wisdom.
But I almost think it's a sense of maturity also, because I really try to go out of my way to be uncomfortable in order to really learn something and understand.
Wisdom comes with maturity.
Yeah. So
encourage.
Yeah. Man, this is good.
Any other way? I mean, I was about to say, any other ways that you said communication. And so you're saying communication, that ties into just everything as far as a better support system, protector, provider, all of that. Just communication.
And I also think that there is a sense. What about? Let's talk about discussing like when it's a disagreement that occurs.
I actually have another question. But
Okay, go ahead, bro.
how can we as men better? How do I structure this? How do I say this? Love our women, like genuinely love our women, love on our women. And remember, love is an action, not just what
I
you
will say
say.
this: I met with a friend last night, and I don't know. I told him to watch because he's been married. I forgot how long. They've been married a long time, and what he said was the key to their marriage.
Their foundation of
Their
marriage.
foundation was that he actually likes her. He likes to hang out with her. He likes everything about, and I'm like, I never even thought about that because we're so.
Because there's a lot of men out there that
think that you have to be in love.
They don't like
they don't,
women at all.
That's what it is.
You fuck on a woman, but they don't necessarily like her,
and they don't like the person that they're with.
You're right.
So that's what he said. He said you actually, and I thought that was just profound. I'm like, damn, this brother. He said he actually likes being around it.
Huge part.
His woman 24. Like he said, they have so much in common, but they just enjoy each other.
That is a huge part. And a lot of people make the mistake of engaging in activities of the flesh before you get to know a person. And sometimes that physical is really, really good to the flesh. And as time goes on and it continues and you get to know this person, you come to the realization that I don't like her. But the sex is good. And I feel that I'm in love.
Will not keep you around now.
Which is a vulnerable emotion, which is not sustainable. And I'm going to segue on what you said earlier, and I say it all the time. Love is a verb. What is a verb? It's an action word. Love isn't what you say or how you feel, but what you do and how you do it. You show love. You give love. And there's a emotion behind that, but it's an action, and love shows. If you love someone, you're not going to do bad things to them. You're not going to wish bad things on them. You're going to do whatever it is in your power to see that good things.
But you actually have to like the person, don't you?
Yes, you have to like them.
I think the likeness.
And they're actually your friend, and that's someone you can be honest, open, and transparent with.
And I hear what you're saying because I think that is yes, but I think the key component to me when you're starting out, you gotta like them.
You gotta like them, and that takes a while.
And it might take a while. However long it takes, that is to me the essential step.
Right. If you don't like them. If they don't make you laugh, if you don't enjoy watching them get up, sit down, the way they hold their mouth, the way they eat, the way they chew, the way they laugh. If you don't like them, and it's not going to work. If you're not friends.
And actually, I see the reason why, my friend, because she made some chicken. And I'll tell you what, that chicken was on point. I can see. So I guess the cooking.
See, that's another part. They'll get you with that cooking, that catfish and macaroni and cheese. And, But if you don't like them, and there are traits about them that you just really, really dislike, and you can't adjust, and you can't address and correct, well, you can't really correct it. If you address it, if they don't correct it on their own, then it's not going to be sustainable.
Man, yeah. Well, somebody said up there, and I think that this is, they said, that's my rule too. As a woman, I have to like him. So when we hit a bump, we can rely on our friendship to, yes. And you know what? I'm tripping. This is what
selflessness. I like, absolutely.
Oh,
that went into this comment here. The key to longevity is selflessness, prioritizing each other.
Absolutely.
Andre.
And
Andre, what's up, brother?
And that's an empathetic thing. That's an empath. That's one.
But shouldn't that happen also in the dating phase too? Because don't you want somebody that can show you that they're going to be
I don't know. I'd keep this on relationships because dating is just like, it can be a one night thing or, a
Well,
couple days.
I'm gonna say dating when we're going into a relationship because I
Right.
think that
Okay, well,
I think you got to see
it's
certain
important to
things,
distinguish things,
and
yeah.
maybe we have to say it like that.
Right.
But I get what you're saying, yeah.
Because I think a lot of times, sometimes that's not shown,
Right.
and always the argument is, "Oh, you have to be special in order for me to show you that." Well, no, I don't want to.
No.
Yeah, no, we that's something I need to see.
Right. Right. And it should happen organically, because the ideal relationship is when you have two people who feel that your happiness inspires my happiness. You can't make a person happy because we're both responsible for our own happiness within ourselves. But if you're with somebody and their happiness inspires your happiness, you're going to protect that happiness when you see it in them. It's just like
Is that something you have to learn? Because I think that's a certain. I don't know if that's a trait that. So what I'm getting at is, I don't think that's a trait somebody can learn. I think either you kind of have that or you don't have that in there.
No, I think it comes natural, because if there's something that you value, you protect it from negative elements.
But some people are inherently selfish, though. They just have, and sometimes it's not something that they realize or recognize. Sometimes it's just kind of who they're. It's a fabric of their being.
But if something is innately important to you and you see value in it, you're going to protect it from negative elements.
We would hope so.
It's organic. It happens. If it is important to you.
Just like that goes along the lines. If it's important to you, you'll make time for it.
Absolutely.
Do y'all agree with that sentiment when you hear that? Okay.
If you have a plant that you raised from a seed, now it's a beautiful flourishing plant. It's a tree or a plant that provides fruit or flowers, and it shouldn't be in the rain. You're going to bring it in out of the rain. If it shouldn't have too much sun, you're going to protect it from the elements.
Yeah.
If it's important to you.
That's a good question, Myron.
Well, what happened?
Oh, finish your thought. If it's important to you, and then I'll get to the comment. You're saying if it's important to you in your example,
you will protect it.
Okay.
You will remove it. You will not expose it to negative elements.
Okay, and that rolling right in from piggybacking off that, Myron asks, "How can you protect anyone?" I'm gonna place anyone with your woman. How can you protect your woman from negativity? He says anyone, but I'm just saying you're just keeping it on the theme.
I don't know if there's necessarily a protection you can do from that, because the other person has to make, I think, a choice, a willing choice, that they're not going to be influenced by negativity.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if it's a protection that you can give somebody, whether or not.
Maybe guidance.
It's a mindset. And I mean, I think it's a man's innate nature to be a protector of his woman. Of anything that you care for, you're going to protect.
Especially if she allows that, though.
Oh, it doesn't have to. It could,
because
she may repel it, but I think it's by default, a man is going to protect what he cares for. And if he cares for you, he's going to protect, and he's going to be that.
But dog, we live in the
radar over negativity and try to not expose you to negativity or negative elements, and try to arm you with ways to deal with negativity and spin it into a positive.
But we're talking about.
But you have to be an optimistic person.
But if we're talking about men and women, a woman I think has to allow a certain amount of that protection to exist or happen.
Myron says you can try to shield them, but there's no way you can protect them. And then I think this person is asking in clarification of what Myron was asking initially about protecting them from negativity.
So she mean
not bringing extra negativity to her life when you say protecting them from negativity. So what are y'all's thoughts on that?
Not bringing negativity into their life, and then even arming them with the tools to recognize negativity and how to deal with it.
Okay.
How are you going to protect her from Tanisha from accountant hating on her lashes?
I think in that instance, all you can do is just be a guiding post and give some advice. Because I mean, at the end of the day, she's got to figure that out. It's almost like a personal problem. That's
How do we
something
feel about lashes, guys?
I mean, they're getting out of hand.
Are they too
Me
long?
personally, I really don't care. But I've seen some outlandish shit, and it's like, come on.
Yeah, you know, I
But
never
at the same
really
time, I'm
noticed
not
them.
dealing with those women, so I really don't care.
Okay, I never really noticed them until kind of recently. I'm like, yeah, those are kind of extra long.
Right. When they're extra long, it's just like makeup. If you're going to wear lashes, use lashes that look reasonably natural, that accent your natural beauty, not transform you into like windshield wipers, you know.
Oh, wow.
You know, you don't need that.
Well, we are definitely honoring women today.
Well, you asked.
That was a comment.
Oh, that was a comment.
No,
well, you asked,
yeah,
so I answered.
Yes. and he said these wigs are, get out of here?
Not the hair helmet.
Man, come on, y'all. We supposed to be. Come on. We
This
supposed to be
is
on
Women's History Month. Well, I mean,
Well,
and I want to bring up a really positive businesswoman that has influence on women's hair and hairstyles, Madam C.J. Walker.
oh yeah,
In our history.
yeah.
She has done great things and enterprising Black women in a time when Black business wasn't popular, let alone Black women.
Did you ever see the movie?
I about to
Yes,
say, I
I
seen
did.
the series.
Yes.
The Netflix series.
What do you
Madam C.J. Walker.
I didn't like it. Did you like it?
I mean, it was informative. I never knew that much information about her.
Madam C.J. Walker was an enterprising woman in the 20s.
Don't let him get off
Right.
off topic.
Exactly. I'm trying, man.
Off what topic? What was
See,
off what topic?
see, she's
The
like,
lashes?
the lashes are here.
We're spitting positivity into Black women.
Oh Lord.
We're talking contributions that Black women have had to who we are. And a lot of people, I mean, I give props to Harriet Tubman, the Underground
Absolutely.
Railroad, Rosa Parks.
Yes.
And how many of you know your Black history? Give me a number. I want you to put it in the comments. How many slaves did Harriet Tubman free through the Underground Railroad?
Wasn't it like over 300,000? I don't know how many.
I want to hear some comments.
Okay.
But we can come back to that, and I'm going to give you the number.
Am I way off though?
You're way off.
Oh shoot, more?
I'm saying
Because the underground was
how many
actually
people, how many slaves did Harriet Tubman?
Myron said 50,000.
Yeah, I said 300. I said 300,000. You said more than that. Okay, 500. I gotta win. 500,000. Don't look it up. I see people trying to Google.
Yo, you start Googling before you Google. Okay,
I was gonna say
start Googling it. And
North or south of 500,000?
Huh?
Am I north or south of
a
500,000?
mill.
Oh, you're way north. Harriet Tubman started the Underground Railroad.
I understand that, but it was her and others too. So that's why when you're saying her specifically, are
No,
you saying
the Underground Railroad was a whole network of people, some white included.
Yeah,
But Harriet Tubman started this. But personally, Harriet Tubman, how many slaves did she free through the Underground Railroad?
Oh, T said, I think there were about 1,000.
74.
So I was way off.
74.
74. But she laid the groundwork. She built the bridge
The network.
for a lot of slaves to be freed. And this was right around the
74
time
is still a
of
lot.
this was it is a lot.
Like
It's not just the number,
No, that's
but
a
it's
lot.
the infrastructure
Yes.
that she put in place
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
lead slaves from oppression to freedom
And that movie was dope, by the way.
across the country with zero means of transportation other than foot. And it wasn't underground. It wasn't tunnels. It was
No, I think
it was a
I would
network
encourage people
of
to go.
modes of transportation around the country and safe houses
Yes.
and
I don't-
shipment.
You're talking about her personally. I was like what Tam
Yeah.
was saying,
Yes.
infrastructure in the concept.
I'm
That's
talking
why I was
about her
like millions,
personally.
but you're saying personally. I didn't know that.
Yeah, her personally. She
She said, "Sir, I don't think that's
what they said in the 1916 project,
And
which
that
is
was-
on Hulu, by the way.
Yes,
It's supposed to
and
be
that's
dope.
excellent. What did they say on there? That,
I don't know.
is it Tasha? Who's?
I don't know.
I can't.
Do
see
your
the name.
research.
It says
No,
Facebook
well,
user.
hold on. She said 19. I would like to hear. I'm gonna have to watch it. Yeah, is that good?
The
I haven't seen
1916
it.
project is good.
I haven't
Okay.
seen it.
It is really good and really informative.
That's excellent. Well, guys, man, this went by quick.
And if they're talking about the Underground Railroad itself existed far after Harriet Tubman's time, and the infrastructure she laid freed thousands.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Well, guys, man, once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Shop Culture Tuesdays at 8:00, man. And let's appreciate this month. We're gonna appreciate women.
Shouts
Now
out.
we still now hold on. Now we still gonna be a little controversial on the, but we appreciate.
Oh no, we still gonna call y'all
Yeah.
y'all bullshit, but
But
you know we want
we
to honor
appreciate
and give,
y'all.
right. We gonna
We do.
give our flowers where flowers are due. Moms,
Yes.
grandmas,
And
sisters,
let's talk about some women.
cousins,
Can we say the couple the women
friends,
on the
all-
group?
you know, every
even
wives. Those of y'all who got wives.
Oh, damn.
That's
low.
It's not. It's the truth.
That's low. You didn't look over here at me.
Oh well.
It's not your month, bro. When do we get Men's History Month? Is that every month?
Man,
They gonna say the patriarchy
Yeah.
is every day. They gonna say that.
And D got an event coming up. D, put the event down. A pudding event. No, that's D.
I saw that earlier, and I was about to have pudding and painting.
Yeah, pudding and painting. Hey, can you put that up there?
What about peach cobbler and painting? Because
Okay,
I
but
don't
that's
do
not
the
what-
banana pudding.
Oh damn!
Everybody
Yeah.
don't do bananas. You know?
Hey, yeah, they do for D because D's the best in
Okay.
the game. You better tell him, D.
Yeah, well, personally,
Thank you, Elizabeth, for tuning in. And ladies, yes, we go out back and forth. Yes. But personally, yes,
Yes.
we do appreciate. About 70% of y'all are in the game group. So I looked at the numbers. Damn. As much as they think we call them out, it's like most of them in the damn group. We need more men.
The shit is hysterical. It's like they.
I didn't realize that. I didn't look at the numbers.
They really want to be around
Yeah.
and see what we all about and what we talking about.
oh, that's all
As
right.
much as-
And we
they-
need each other. It was a
As
great
much as they
post up
claim
there.
that they don't need and all this other crazy shit. They
Yeah.
sure do.
and all the women in the group, we appreciate your engagement and your input and your opinions and your comments. Nobody's mad at you. Everybody's
Why can't
entitled to that.
anybody says great show when it's a little bit of disagreement, a little bit of heat?
Right. Everybody's not going to agree.
Not
And I
everybody
don't
agree.
care.
Not everybody's going to get, glows and positivity, and sometimes
Right.
that's all right. But I think if you can handle it and really try to hear what the other person's saying, men or women.
Step outside
I think-
yourself and
I
look
think
at
that's
it from an alternate perspective.
Well, I think
Because
that's the best.
everything don't apply to you. But I don't remember.
Oh,
what the
you got
post
Doc,
Yeah.
you got called out.
Hey, but a hit dog will holler, you know.
Oh, Doc got called.
Oh, I saw that post.
Doc
Somebody was
got
saying you
called.
was simping. Doc, man.
Simping. I didn't see that
I
comment.
didn't see that. Did it?
Oh, that was on a different.
Okay,
Oh, that
y'all.
was a
Okay, I
different
thought y'all, there was something about simping and
That
how
was
Doc
simping?
was supposed to, keep pieces of information to himself and don't speak
Hey, I
for
thought they
all
were gonna fight. I
men.
thought-
Well, brothers always
That
inboxing
shit
me,
was
bro.
stupid.
You're giving up the game. Don't give up the game, bro.
Doc,
But
you did.
That shit was
You
funny.
did, Doc.
That shit was
it
funny.
is what it is.
Doc.
All right.
Doc, how you going to
The ladies was with him on that one, on that post.
How you gonna tell on guys about sharing photos?
It is what it is. It
No,
happens.
no.
Hey, come on, man.
Yeah, I was perplexed. I was like, why would
Why
Doc
would you
put
be
this?
perplexed?
Oh,
Because
my-
why would you put that out?
Because I
there?
want women to know this is what happens.
They
Yeah,
already
I don't
know
really
that.
like
They
that.
know that.
So
They
we
are.
appreciate looking at beautiful
But then at
pictures.
the
Right,
same
and
time,
so
don't
do
be-
they boys.
But
No, they don't.
See, that's
Doc.
where I think you messed up.
Yes.
Don't put that on me.
Me, I don't.
I ain't putting it on you.
When you the
Sometimes
way
we
it was
grown men-
structured,
Yep.
it was it was like
Doc, sometimes we're
generalizing.
grown men. Grown men
men
don't
doing
share,
that.
Grown men ain't sharing no pictures
The
like that.
majority
No, they're not.
and the ones who came out are like I said, a hit dog or holler.
Well, we're all hollering. Hey, we're all hollering because I'm with Nick. What?
Man,
I
what?
couldn't believe that.
I was like, I think
And
I
they
get
hit me
the
up about it.
I
He's like,
think,
oh my goodness.
I think
I'm
I
like,
get the sentiment, but then I read it again. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, you done showed me some pictures.
You better stop. No, you better take that back. You better
Oh
stop, dog.
no, not on air.
Oh, come on.
Not
man.
on air. And we
You see
snitching.
what I'm saying?
And we
Guys,
snitching.
that ain't even.
Tell the
Oh,
truth, shame the devil.
Doc is,
Brothers share the pictures, ladies.
they do not.
So if you
No,
send a
they
picture,
don't.
keep it classy.
Wow, and then continue to share the pictures and just keep it. What the hell?
Yeah.
What?
Wait, yeah. See?
Let me hear. What? I didn't see that.
Thank you.
What was the
She
comment?
says, I'm a lady, and I thought that was weird too.
Oh, I didn't put it up, but yeah, right here. I'm a lady, and I thought.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
Goodness.
Guy over here
How
breaking
it is.
guy
Dog,
code
dog,
like a
dog,
motherfucker. What
yeah.
the hell?
If you're sending them sexy
Hey.
pictures and revealing, it's a very high possibility that he's sharing it with his boys.
Doc, there's only a 50% chance.
Where does that number come from?
Because not everything.
Where does your assessment
Yeah.
come from altogether? Is my question.
Through
Damn,
life
the
and
50%,
life's
where-
experiences.
Your experience?
I've had
Because you put.
strangers, people that I don't even know their name showing me shit. Look what I just
And you
knocked
be
down.
looking.
Look
And
what
you
I
be
just
looking.
knocked down,
You
bro.
turn your head.
Oh my God.
You don't be turning your head. You be up there.
It ain't my woman. You know, okay, good for you, bro.
Oh, yeah. I'm done. Hey, shop culture.
So
you
because
see-
of that, we
yeah,
all doing it.
man.
Most
I
of
didn't
us is
say
doing.
all.
Well, most of us is doing it. Most of us is doing it.
I said more often
Wait,
than
she
not.
is absolutely yes. Wait, what? Oh, she said
more
we already.
often than not.
Is that you, Rachel, saying
Men
that?
are too territorial to share like that because you do got some cats
Yes,
that are
yeah,
mindful.
you got some.
You
cats
know
that-
what kind, type of dudes you got in your circle.
Yeah,
You ain't
but
about to,
the
you know,
thing is, if it's
put her
not
out there
really
like
your
that.
woman, if it's not your woman yet,
Mm.
and the point that I was making is, fellas, I made another post that said, fellas, don't be sharing these pictures with your boys because one day that woman may be your wife. Now your boys got intimate, sexy pictures of your wife.
I'll be honest with you. I think there's that. I don't think men. I haven't seen a picture like that in I don't know how long. To be honest with you,
But you've seen it.
like a long time ago.
But
I ain't seen
more often
all the pictures I've seen. That's not been one of here beach. Look at this naked ass. I mean, nobody's really done it like that though.
than not, they're doing it.
Look,
Look
Doc-
what I knocked down. You looking too.
I didn't say I wasn't looking. I just said I'm not going to be shit. Hold on. What did T say? She said, Doc, you might want to.
You might want to reconsider who you're hanging out with.
Absolutely.
It ain't who I'm hanging out with. I mean,
I don't know.
It ain't. I didn't say this is who I hang out with.
Man, Doc.
I'm a very observant
in the-
person, and I've been.
But in the post,
been
didn't
to
you
a lot
say-
of corners in my life. I'm gonna tell you.
Hey,
Hey.
hey, we're gonna be. Hey, and we're just going.
And
Come
Doc,
on,
that is you.
More often than not.
Thank you all for watching.
Stop
tuning in.
breaking guy code.
No, I
Doc.
know.
Hey, it is what it
Gentrification is good. No, just wait.
I'm trying to get education.
Gentrification is good. Now we got this.
He's a Republican.
Oh,
He's
I got
snitching.
three. Oh,
Who's talking
I
about?
never went off Republican.
oh. Now Doc is going
I'll
back.
give you shit.
No,
I'm
we
just
just-
playing.
I'm getting personal with it.
No.
But don't put words in my mouth. But like my dad used to say,
You voted for Trump.
my dad, no. But like my dad used to say, boy, the things you just learned, I done forgot.
Come on. On that note, thank y'all for tuning in. Shop Culture.
We
Every
appreciate y'all.
Tuesday.
We out.
8
One
o'clock.
love. Keep it nappy.
Hold on, goddamn.
Keeping that.
I guess I'm not to say it there. I'm trying to sign off. And all right, keep it nappy. Whatever. What does
Doc,
that? What does that mean? While I try
I'm
to
just shaking
find
head
this.
today.
Happy Women's History Month.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We
By the
want
way,
to honor all the sisters, all the women
women in general
around the
man.
world. Yeah, we appreciate y'all more than you know, even though you probably don't think that we do, but we do.
Absolutely, man.
We
And I will
appreciate
be
love.
posting in the group some
Oh, we
positive
know,
posts
Here we
Doc. We know.
bringing attention to attributes and accomplishments of Black women in history.
go. That's good. Okay.
This is gonna be good.
Yes.
I can't wait to see these threads because I'm not gonna say nothing.
Oh my goodness.
All right,
Here we go.
y'all. We signing off. Y'all be safe, and until the next time, we out. That's game.
Mhm.
All right.
Deuces.